Hello NBA fans, every day we have news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan and I'm counting on you to subscribe to the channel and leave your. It won't be a surprise if the Lakers trade some players during the season, as the goal is to upgrade the roster to become a super team. 3 players' days in the purple and gold are numbered. The Lakers will reportedly trade Rui Hachimura, Gabe Vincent, and Jared Vanderbilt to make room for new signings. The Los Angeles Lakers are ready for the 2025-26 season. But there is a chance the Lakers trade this guard or 2 forwards this season. The Los Angeles Lakers are preparing for the 2025-26 season. However, it is never too early to speculate about Lakers trade candidates, especially if the season does not go as well as they want. Life is always full of drama, as the arena formerly known as the Staples Center. By the time February rolls around, a certain Lakers guard could be gone. Or, a Lakers forward could be on the trading block. There are obviously some players in the purple and gold who are untouchable. Notably, Austin Reaves will likely get a new contract, and there is a very minuscule chance the team trades him. Luka Doncic agreed to a $165 million contract extension to stay in Los Angeles. Of course, LeBron James will very likely last a full season in Los Angeles. Additionally, the team signed DeAndre Ayton, solidifying their starting center spot. But 3 players could be gone. It is possible that these 3 players could be on the trading block. If the team decides to make a deal, it could certainly include one or all of these 3 options. It's time to look at them. Lakers guard Gabe Vincent could be the odd man out. Gabe Vincent was supposed to be the backup guard who helped give the purple and gold all the depth they could need. Instead, it has not turned out that way. Vincent averaged just 2.8 points in 5 playoff games, while also shooting just 35.7% from the floor, including 30.8% from the three-point line. Vincent was so bad in the 2025 NBA playoffs that he did score a single point in either of the final 2 games. Therefore, it forced the team into doing something during the 2025 offseason. While Vincent played admirably on defense, the weaknesses were still notable. The Lakers signed Marcus Smart to a multi-year deal to give them a possibly better option off the bench. Vincent is only signed until the end of this season. Ultimately, that alone might mean that he could easily be one of the Lakers' trade candidates at some point before the trade deadline. There is still time before the 2025-26 season begins to pull off a last-minute trade. If the team makes a trade, the Lakers guard could be the first one to go. Lakers forward Rui Hachimura might not fit. Rui Hachimura is not a terrible basketball player. After all, he was decent last season, averaging 13.1 points per game while shooting 50.9%, including 41.3% from beyond the arc. During the playoffs, Hachimura averaged 14.8 points per game while shooting 49.1% from the field, including 48.3% from the triples. Despite this, Hachimura is still possibly one of the Lakers' trade candidates. Hachimura is still a young forward who has a lot of value around the league. If there comes a scenario where the team needs to consolidate salary for a larger attraction, then the $17 million contract would be a critical trading option. Likewise, his inconsistent defense and rebounding have been a major reason for the great need for big men. Despite being a tall player, the Lakers forward has not always been the best on the boards. The only scenario that sees the Lakers trade Hachimura would include a major need for a top-tier player, or someone who can win the board battle. Because they already have James, Doncic, and Reaves as shooters, the need for another one is not high. Jared Vanderbilt is running out of time. Jared Vanderbilt may be out of time in LA. Sadly, the Lakers forward is just not cutting it. He averaged 4.1 points and 5.1 rebounds per game during the 2024-25 season while shooting 48.8% from the hardwood. However, Vanderbilt only averaged 1.4 points per game during the playoffs and shot 33.3% over 5 games. The only benefits that Vanderbilt gives the purple and gold are his strong perimeter defending. Unfortunately, he is limited offensively. Coach J.J. Redick may want another option if his offense does not keep pace with his defense. Vanderbilt has a $10.7 million contract that runs through next season. However, there is a chance the Lakers will trade him to get different players that could give them a well-rounded game. Although Vanderbilt has not been awful off the bench, it has been bad to the point where Redick did not give him minutes. Once a player loses a coach's trust, it's tough to get it back. As the Lakers plan to open the 2025-26 season, several players have the full trust of the coaching staff. Sadly, Vanderbilt is not one of them. Because of this, he has become one of 3 Lakers trade candidates that the team could send away in a deal for a player who could be a better fit. Former Los Angeles Lakers forward decides to leave the NBA offseason has slowed down dramatically and there hasn't been a lot of new information coming out about the Los Angeles Lakers. So far this offseason, the biggest move Rob Pelinka and the front office has made was to lock up Luka Doncic to a 3-year, $165 million contract with a player option. Outside of that move, the Lakers have brought in a few new faces. Right off the bat in free agency, the team went out and signed Jake LaRavia. After that move, they signed DeAndre Ayton following his buyout with the Portland Trail Blazers. Most recently, from an outside move perspective, Los Angeles added veteran guard Marcus Smart after he was bought out by the Washington Wizards. Read more. Carmelo Anthony drops bombshell about Lakers and Kobe Bryant. With that being said, the roster move news has cooled down dramatically surrounding the Lakers. Now, a former Los Angeles player has decided to leave the NBA and take his talents elsewhere. According to a report from longtime NBA insider Mark Stein, Cole Swider has decided to depart the league and sign with Anadolu Efes in Turkey. Sharpshooter Cole Swider is nearing a deal with Anadolu Efes in Turkey, sources tell at the Stein line. He wrote on X, after stints with the Lakers, Heat, Pistons, and Raptors, Swider is poised to join the growing number of NBAers moving to the EuroLeague and play for ex-Suns coach Igor Kokoskov. Swider was signed by the Lakers to a 2-year contract after going undrafted in the 2022 NBA draft. He played in 7 games with the team during his rookie season, scoring 9 total points to go along with 7 rebounds and 4 assists. Swider ended up playing in 35 total games during his NBA career. He averaged 3.1 points and 1.2 rebounds per game in 8.5 minutes per appearance. Read more. Celtics Jaylen Brown's shocking pick for toughest NBA player to guard. Obviously, the forward's career did not go as planned. He will now look to turn things around overseas with the new opportunity that he has been given. Last season, Swider played in 8 games with the Toronto Raptors. He averaged 7.4 points and 3.1 rebounds per game, making it the best stint of his NBA career. It will be interesting to see if the Lakers are done making moves this offseason or if Pelinka has another addition or 2 up his sleeve. Ex-Lakers sharpshooter on verge of signing overseas deal after strong summer league. The Lakers shouldn't have let this player get away. The Los Angeles Lakers' entry into the 2025 Las Vegas Summer League featured some familiar faces for fans of the purple and gold. With second-year players Dalton Knecht and LeBron James Jr. leading the way in terms of known names on the roster, it was the play of one other player that stood out the most when searching for potential diamonds in the rough that Rob Pelinka could then bring into training camp to compete for a roster spot. Unfortunately for the Lakers, that opportunity has reportedly passed them by as one-time Los Angeles forward Cole Swider is nearing a contract agreement with one of the top teams in Europe. According to longtime NBA insider Mark Stein, Swider is nearing a deal with Anadolu Efes of the Turkish Super League and the EuroLeague. After stints with the Lakers, Heat, Pistons, and Raptors, Swider is poised to join the growing number of NBAers moving to the EuroLeague and play for ex-Suns coach Igor Kokoskov. Ex-Lakers sharpshooter Cole Swider joining top European club team. Before going any deeper, it is important to note that Cole Swider had exhausted his 2-way contract eligibility at the end of the 2024-25 campaign. This doesn't mean he couldn't have been signed by the Lakers to a training camp deal, but it certainly would have left Swider betting on himself to make the final roster rather than entertaining overseas offers, as he clearly has done. Pelinka and the front office had every reason to pursue that type of pact with Swider after he averaged 17.6 points, while shooting 40.9% from beyond the arc, to go along with 7.0 rebounds and 1.6 assists in 29.7 minutes per game. These are the type of sleeper prospects that teams must identify early and sign when there are superstars that command as much of the salary cap as the Lakers duo of LeBron James and Luka Doncic. Now, Swider is off to Istanbul, where he will likely play a key role on Igor Kokoskov's Anadolu Efes roster. The former Villanova and Syracuse standout joins a long list of former NBA players that will suit up for Anadolu Efes this coming season, as Swider will be joined by the likes of Shane Larkin, PJ Dozier, Rodrigue Beaubois, Georgios Papagiannis, and Vincent Poirier. This could go down as a missed opportunity that the Lakers regret if Swider can use his strong showing in Las Vegas as a springboard for an even bigger season overseas. Lakers coach points to Bronny James' role for next season. Back in the spring, an NBA executive mentioned that the future of Lakers rookie Bronny James in Los Angeles was likely to go on beyond what his more famous father LeBron James's career in LA held. Bronny James, the exec said, was not just a charity project for the Lakers. The team truly felt it had a developing role player on its hands and that he was on path to get consistent minutes in 2025-26. I don't think there's any doubt that's their plan, a Western Conference executive said. I know the guy gets a lot of grief because of who his dad is, but we've seen a lot of tape on Bronny, and the fact is, he was a lot better player in April than he was in October, and definitely in July. He explained further, the fact is, he was a lot better player in April than he was in October, and definitely in July. If he can show that wasn't a fluke, he is going to start getting 10-15 minutes a night because the team is going to feel like they can trust him. I think he is going to do all that. He is going to be a regular for them next year. Bronny James excelled in G League while some Lakers fans may have rolled their eyes at the notion of Bronny James, who played in only 27 NBA games last season, getting a rotation spot with the Lakers. The fact is, the team is heading in that direction. Remember, James started the year behind the 8 ball as a rookie, as he did not play much at USC as a freshman after suffering a cardiac scare. But he seemed to catch up in the G League with the South Bay Lakers. James averaged 21.9 points, 44.3% shooting and 38% three-point shooting there. Lakers coach Nate McMillan, get some minutes now. Assistant coach Nate McMillan, a veteran head coach himself, confirms there are plans to play Bronny James more. Speaking on The Sports Shop with Reese and K-Mac, via Silver Screen and Roll, McMillan said, "We've seen a lot of growth from year one. He had, I thought, a really good summer league this year. A young guy like that coming in with this type of pressure that he came into the league with last year was unbelievable. He spent a lot of time in the G League this season and I really feel that helped him because when he came out into this summer league, you could see the confidence. He was much more relaxed than he was last year. Everybody would have been as nervous as can be last season, but he was much more relaxed this season. His shot was never broken, but the confidence, you could see he was knocking down those shots, getting to the basket. Defensively, we wanted him to challenge himself to pick up the ball. I love Bronny. Great young man and we expect him to possibly get some minutes this year." LeBron James has every reason to grant Lakers' biggest wish next summer. The Los Angeles Lakers would be thrilled to see LeBron James take a pay cut. By Sviatoslav Revanchuk. 5 hours ago. Los Angeles Lakers v Charlotte Hornets. Los Angeles Lakers v Charlotte Hornets. Jared C. Tilton/Getty Images. Tom gave us moments that felt timeless. Patriots CEO pays tribute to Brady. The Los Angeles Lakers have made it clear they are closely watching their pockets for the next few seasons, looking to properly pivot to the Luka Doncic timeline. There would be no better gift for them than LeBron James choosing to remain with the organization on a discounted rate. LeBron picked up his $52.6 million player option for the 2025-26 NBA season ahead of this year's free agency. In doing so, James reaffirmed his spot atop a prestigious list that also involves a lot of pocket watching. Top 5 NBA players by career earnings. 1. LeBron James, $583.9 million. 2. Steph Curry, $535.8 million. 3. Devin Booker, $534 million. 4. Paul George, $518.7 million. 5 Joel Embiid $514.8 million. Sideline Sources, at Sideline Sources, August 6, 2025. James continues to lead the list of highest career earners in NBA history. As is the case with most lists that LeBron towers over, the gap for that top spot is pretty comfortable. The biggest subject of a lot of NBA whispers following James locking in for 2025-26 was Rich Paul outwardly expressing his desire to continue competing for championships until his career is over. One of the best ways the all-time great can do that is by granting the Lakers' biggest wish. LeBron James' pay cut would position the Lakers like no other NBA team. The subject of James offering a lighter price for his services has been discussed in NBA circles, but has not quite made its way to reality just yet. If it did, and if the Lakers received that courtesy, their championship window would burst open. Rob Pelinka has openly admitted the current approach of remaining flexible was a lot to do with staying opportunistic for when the right moves come along. The Lakers need a new co-star for Doncic at some point, after all. However, they also have their own in-house financial problems. The Austin Reaves dilemma is the most obvious. The Lakers will need to give Reaves a substantial raise in the summer of 2026 or risk seeing him walk away for nothing. There are a lot of challenges facing the Lakers in the short term due to the long list of tasks piling up on their agenda. James graciously allowing them more flexibility to pursue free agents, pay Reaves, etc. would offer the bargain of a lifetime. How big of a pay cut would it need to be? In the most idealistic of scenarios, James taking the minimum would open up the Lakers' maneuverability like nothing else. Los Angeles would only have Doncic, Jared Vanderbilt, Jake LaRavia, and Adou Thiero as fully guaranteed money on the books when the 2026 offseason arrives. Contract options for DeAndre Ayton, Marcus Smart, Dalton Knecht, and a contract for Bronny James that is not fully guaranteed can quickly alter that. However, the Lakers could project to have around $83 million available in the most cost-cutting scenario, according to Spotrac. Only having to use a small portion of that on James would allow the Lakers to fill out the rest of the roster with the type of pieces he and Doncic would need for a contender. For LeBron, that could mean riding off into the Los Angeles sunset with a title before retirement calls his name.